Hi, my name is Serena Cashmere, and today on my channel I'm going to show you how I decorated my graduation cap. So I am graduating in October, class of 2020, pandemic crisis, all of that. I'm graduating college with my BFA in performing arts, and I'm very excited to be graduating. It's been 2 years of a lot of hard work, and so I decided that it would be very nice as a gift to myself to decorate my graduation cap with something that meant something to me. I don't consider myself to be an arts and crafts kind of person. I never have been, just because I never did it much. You know, the more you do something, the better you are at it. So I was really intimidated to take on this challenge of decorating a graduation cap, knowing that about myself. But I really like how it turned out, so that's just proof that anybody can do this. Okay, so the first thing that I did to prepare was I did a lot of research. So I was on Pinterest, I was on, I don't think I did Twitter or Facebook, but I was on Pinterest and I was on Instagram just searching hashtags and looking at everyone's graduation caps that had posted just from all over the internet, seeing what quotes I liked, what designs I liked, and I would just screenshot all of those. And then I started watching YouTube videos to see how other people made theirs so that I would have a basis of how to do this. I can't just see something and then do it. I really have to be taken step by step, so that's exactly what I'm going to do in my video. So the first thing that everyone did was they got this specific kind of cardboard. I don't know what it's called, but it's thick. Anyway, so they have a bunch of them at Michael's and you just pick the one you like best, and that is the part that is the background of your design that goes right on the cap. This was this nice sparkly kind. I cut it out from this square, as you can see, to match my cap. I got some stickers, I got some lettering. I basically just, again, took the designs that I favorited off of Instagram and Pinterest, and I kept that in mind when I went to Michael's. And then I found an empty aisle where I could spread out everything on the floor like a crazy person, and I kind of weeded out from there what I was going to actually use for the design so that I didn't just spend a whole lot of money. I didn't realize that Michael's would be so expensive. I mean, just a pack of stickers was $6. Like, each one of these is $6. So without further ado, let's design this cap. So the first thing I did was I picked out the cardboard that I wanted to use, which is this one. I cut it to match the same dimensions as the cap, and then put the circle in the middle to fit this button right here. I measured it to make sure that it was completely even on all sides. I even made an X and then I cut it out. I put all of the pieces on the cap just as I wanted them, so I would know what I was going for, so that I could remember it and recreate it. This was done before I cut it, so that's why that extra framing is still there. So first I'm going to start with this. I'm going to frame the outside. Now I'm going to use this fabric tacky pack that I got. So I'm going back and forth on if I still want this flower here, just because I'm wondering if it's actually gonna stay. But I'm remembering now that I also have this tassel that I need to put on it, and so I'm gonna need the tassel to be able to move freely around it. It's gonna go here and then here. So if I have one that's large and flattened with the glue, then it'll probably not be able to move the tassel. And just because it is so tightly designed, I'm gonna go ahead and put the words in for the first part just to make sure that that really does fit and I didn't change anything from before. Okay, that still looks good to me, so now I'm gonna go ahead and glue down the flowers. I really want these flowers to be smushed together, so I'm going to try to overlap them as much as possible. I really should have gotten more glue, so if you're following this, just get more glue than I did. Get the big jar. This is probably not the way to spread the glue because it probably dries the opening closed. But if you ever did the thing where you take a safety pin and then you poke a hole in the dried glue, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm definitely gonna take some more glue with me on the day of graduation in case something comes off, because inevitably something will go wrong and you just always wanna be on the lookout. Okay, so that's looking good so far. And I was actually thinking these letters that I'm gonna be using are supposed to be stickers, so if that works out, I don't have to use all of my glue, which is great. But a lot of the YouTube videos that I watched said that these letters didn't stick by themselves very well, so we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm gonna place all the letters ahead of time just to make sure I like the way that they're spaced and that they still fit and that I can get it as close to the way I want it as possible. I can already see that I'm running out of room here, so I'm just gonna bring this down. So this is kind of frustrating and so tedious because this worked out a lot better the first time I did it, which just goes to show that every time you do it, it's gonna be a little bit different and you just gotta do your best and then let it go. Okay, now I gotta make sure with the flower you can still read it, which it looks like you can't, so now I gotta try to move it up again. Oh, this is so frustrating. Especially because I have dried glue on my fingers now, so it's even harder. So here is the finished product. She whispered back, "I am the storm." I changed up the design a little bit. Instead of putting one of the butterflies on the bottom, I actually put a flower there instead and moved the butterfly up because I had just this random blank space. And so instead of putting the flower in the middle, I took the little circle piece that I cut out and just glued it back on top so that it blends into the background. When I'm wearing it on this top part underneath, on the underneath part right here and right here, I'm going to put these stickers. I'm gonna have AMDA on one side and then 2020 on the other side, so it'll be underneath here and here. That way if I look down, you'll be able to see my school and the year that I graduated. Also, I didn't actually glue down this part at all. I might do it later, but it just stays in place as it is because of the hole that's cut out, so I didn't even have to waste glue on that. And all of the stickers stuck down without glue. So thanks so much for watching how I designed my graduation cap. I hope it makes it easier for you when it is your turn. If you're graduating now, congratulations, it's a big deal. The world is going through so much right now. We need intelligent individuals who are passionate, who are ready to move forward no matter what the world throws at us. So good luck with your cap and thanks for watching. I'll see you again next Monday.